Today I'm going to share with you a metabolic confusion diet plan for fast weight loss. First, we have to answer the question, what is metabolic confusion? In simple terms, metabolic confusion is varying the number of calories that you consume daily. On some days you consume a high number of calories and on other days a low number of calories. So let's say day 1, you consume a high number of calories, day 2, a low number of calories, and you keep alternating. That is metabolic confusion. Now, why should you use this approach? And is there any scientific evidence showing that metabolic confusion can help you lose weight? If you look up online, many people will say that metabolic confusion is a myth. But there is one study showing that metabolic confusion can help you lose weight. And most importantly, can help you maintain a steady resting metabolic rate. One of the biggest challenges for most people when they're trying to lose weight is that when they maintain a deficit, let's say you maintain a calorie deficit for 1 month. What happens is that your resting metabolic rate drops because your body is trying to adjust to the low calorie intake. And because of that, it reduces the amount of energy that you use while you're resting. Resting metabolic rate is the energy that you use for your body to function. This is breathing, digesting food, and so on. When you maintain a deficit for a long time, your resting metabolic rate drops. And this means you're burning fewer calories while you're sitting, while you're sleeping. But through metabolic confusion, you can maintain a steady resting metabolic rate. And that can allow you to lose weight without hitting plateaus. Now, make no mistake, I'm not talking about cheat meals or cheat days. This is a totally different approach. You still have to eat healthy throughout. And I'm going to go into more details on this. Another benefit of this is that it helps maintain hormonal balance. Another challenge with maintaining a deficit for a long time is that leptin is the hormone that signals your brain that you're full and you should stop eating. When you maintain a deficit for a long time, leptin levels drop. And this causes you to overeat because your brain is not getting that signal fast enough to notify you that you're full. So you end up overeating to compensate for the low leptin intake. By maintaining a metabolic confusion diet plan, you can maintain steady leptin levels. Another benefit is that it will help reduce monotony. If you're eating the same meals, the same number of calories every day, it can be monotonous. So those are the few benefits of metabolic confusion, but I'll leave the link to the study in the description below so that you see it for yourself. Now, let me give you an example of a meal plan and how you can implement metabolic confusion in several ways. So let's say on day 1 you have breakfast, lunch, and a dinner. Now, this is for demonstration purposes. If you normally eat 2 meals a day or 2 or 3 meals, this is just for demonstration purposes. And either way, I'm going to show you how to go about it. So let's say for example, for breakfast, you eat plain yogurt or simply Greek yogurt plus boiled eggs. This could be 2 boiled eggs plus an apple. That is a complete healthy meal. Then for lunch, you eat something like, let's say, chicken and salad. Another healthy meal, but you need more fiber. So what you eat for dinner is, let's say, carrots, and also not meat all the time. So you have to limit your meat intake as well. So you get your protein from plants. Let's say you get them from lentils, and then, let's say, with the spinach. So you eat this for a day. So let's say this is day 1. Then for day 2, with metabolic confusion, day 2, so you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now let me not write the meals, but you get the idea. So what you can do is, on day 1, you can eat this. Then on day 2, you can eat different foods, but now eat smaller portions. That is one way of doing metabolic confusion. So on day 1, you eat, let's say, 3 meals. Day 2, you still eat 3 meals, but smaller portions. method number 1 of metabolic confusion. Another way of going about it is, on day 1 you eat 3 meals, then on day 2 you eat 2 meals. And then the next day you eat 3 meals. That is also an approach that you can take. And we normally do this in the 6 weeks weight loss challenge. Now, the way we do it in the challenge, we don't do it on a daily basis. We do it only twice a week. And it's very simple. On Monday we fast. We do a 24-hour fast, which starts from Sunday 6 p.m. to Monday 6 p.m. That's 24 hours without any food. You can only take water, you can only take coffee and other drinks that don't contain any calories. And then on Thursdays, instead of doing 3 meals, we do 2 meals. So with metabolic confusion, you don't have to do it on a daily basis. You don't have to alternate it every single day and make it so mechanical. As long as you're varying the number of calories that you consume on a daily basis, you'll be able to maintain a steady resting metabolic rate, which is the most important thing that you should focus on when you're trying to lose weight. Because when you have a steady resting metabolic rate, you avoid weight loss plateaus and the frustration of not losing weight. So metabolic confusion is one of the approaches that you can use, and there are many ways of going about it. The easiest would be to alternate the number of meals that you eat, because sometimes portions can be confusing. So on some days you do 3 meals, on other days you do 2 meals. But remember that you still have to observe the rules of weight loss. And one of the key rules that you should observe is high fiber intake. So that is rule number 1. Make sure that you're eating fiber in every meal. And for all these meals, you'll see that there's fiber. Here, there's fiber. This is fiber, 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 fiber. You see? There's fiber in every meal. So that is something that you should do. Another thing that you ought to do is protein in every meal. And lastly, water before meals. So metabolic confusion is very easy to implement, and there are so many ways of doing it. You don't have to do it the way I've showed you here, as long as you find a way of varying the number of calories that you consume every day. And realize that you still have to continue eating healthy foods. I'm not talking about cheat meals where you go and eat junk food. This is a totally different approach. You're eating healthy throughout, only that you're varying the number of calories that you consume. And on the days that you consume a high number of calories, make sure that it's not so high that it will sabotage your progress. Maintain, let's say for example, for women, because women need a minimum of, I don't have more space here, so let me rub here. Women need around a minimum of 1200 calories. So what you can do is, when you're trying to lose weight, on some days you can eat 1500 calories. On low days you can eat 1200 calories or even 1000 calories. As long as it's not on a daily basis, you can alternate between, let's say, 1000 and 1400 or 1300 calories. And that way you'll be able to maintain a deficit without feeling hungry all the time. Because let's face it, not every day that you are hungry. Some days you're not that hungry. And on those days, you can just eat 1 or 2 meals. And on the days that you're hungry, you eat 3 meals, but make sure that it doesn't exceed 1500 calories. Now with calories, I don't normally encourage counting calories in my program. But what you can do is, you can learn the number of calories that are in the foods that you eat frequently. And then at some point, you just forget about the calories once you're used to the numbers. But as you're starting, you might want to know the number of calories that are in particular foods. So that is it. You can use metabolic confusion. But remember, at the end of the day, you still have to maintain a calorie deficit, and you still have to maintain healthy habits throughout to be able to lose weight fast and keep it off. That's all from me today. Now, if you need to use metabolic confusion, or if you simply want to lose weight, I have a 6 weeks weight loss challenge which uses this approach, and it will help you lose weight fast. I have people who have lost more than 10 kilograms. That's 22 pounds in just 6 weeks. So if you're interested in this program, simply click the link in the description right now and Join today.